The making of a good leader is not something that is inherited. Student leaders should have to work instinctively with his team, and the best way to make students prepared for collaborative relations is through student leadership training. Starting the second semester right, ACC Office of the Student Affairs, or OSA, hosted a 2-day limited face-to-face student leadership training dubbed as Lead the Change ACC Student Leadership Training 2022, held on February 3 to 4th at ACC Science Laboratory. The training was designed to provide student leaders with the opportunity to enhance their leadership and communication skills, goal setting, and collaborate more effectively in the respective organizations. The event was participated by the officers and advisors from the ACC Supreme Student Council, ACC Senior High School Supreme Student Government, and the Honeycomb Publication Office. The 2 days of the leadership training were filled with exciting activities and insights from invited keynote speakers who helped the delegates explore new outlooks about themselves and the people around them. Starting with his leadership talk, former SSC President 2016 to 2017, Alvin V. Advincola, encouraged the student leaders to first build self-leadership, identify what you stand for, develop mental toughness, and end with leaving a legacy. Meanwhile, former SSC President 2018 to 2019, Richard Deloria, emphasized on conflict management styles. He also recalled some of the conflicts he overcome and gave sound advice to the student leaders.
We should always remember na kahit anong gawin mo, maganda man o hindi, may mga tao na nandyan na pilit ka hinahatak pababa. But as leaders, we should always be strong, no? Dapat strong tayo at alam natin kung paano natin i-manage yung sarili natin.
It was no doubt a jam-packed conference, yet an incredible eye-opener at the same time, as College President-designate Ma'am Asuncion M. Villote explained the importance of delegating tasks, proper ways of conducting meetings, and interactive discussion on planning and budgeting.
And nasa rin ako na becoming a leader is a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice. Diba? You are here, wala nga niya, iluha ka na pamasali.
In her talk on the Student Affairs and Services, or SAS, Marian Joy C. Brillo, Assistant ACC OSA Coordinator, stressed on the different SAS basic services and programs that are needed in ensuring the safety, security, and welfare of the students. Student leaders' coordination, creativity, and commitment to the roles and responsibilities were tested during the Build Your Future activity, as they collaboratively construct and build a structure out of spaghetti strands and marshmallows in a very limited time.
Nagkaroon ng excitement during the activity, tapos and unity, pas na lang anay. Block na siya. Thank you.
First is Paran and Kay. They are too noisy as a group. Although they are free to do any
Manaya ka nga, the more ko nung demonstrate, mas stronger. Tapos, hininahinil na nila, ang frustrated na kay di rin lagi durable kay kulang gihapon ang time.
On the second day, student leaders worked collaboratively to design the respective developmental programs during the workshop on planning and budgeting for the academic year 2022 to 2023. In designing their annual plan, the top priority of programs of student leaders was promote student community involvement, provide opportunities for student development, dropout prevention strategies, and special programs for culture and arts preservation. In an interview with student leaders, they were able to share their impression about the leadership training.
I realized that it is very important that as a leader, we need to have a time management, and also we need to have a plan for every activities that we have.
As a leader, I will use my knowledge or my prior knowledge about on how to on how to handle my people, of course, and to share with them what I have learned and be a role model to them.
Madami talaga ako natutunan sa 2 days na training. Especially kung paano mo ipapakita sa mga estudyante na you are effective leaders. Dapat talaga magsisimula sa iyo. Kasi dapat baguhin mo yung mismong sarili mo bago mo gawin sa iba.
Furthermore, Assistant OSA Coordinator Marian Joy Brillo told the Honeycomb team that due to the pandemic, planning for these leadership training was very difficult, but a challenge that their office accepted and tackled.
First, if para magkaadaan idea ang mga bata kung mag-aano hira, what are expected of them, what are they going to do, what they are supposed to do, their obligations para mas ma-present ha ira, and then from that mag-guided hirahan ira dapat buhaton and ma-align gihapon an ira activities ngadtuhan aton mga goals nga gini-envision gihapon han eskwelahan.
The delegates were also grouped into their own respective team colors as they actively participated in the team building activities facilitated by SSC advisor Ninyu Vic Beloy. In addition, the commitment wall served as the shared commitment of the student leaders and their desire to lead the change in their respective organizations. Given the circumstances brought about by the pandemic, Apuyog Community College continues to provide opportunities like these for students to learn more about themselves, explore their identity, and transcend to become leaders in service. This remarkable leadership training was an exhilarating and meaningful event that hastened the delegates to reflect their own values, build their mental willpower, and envision their goal as a student, an individual, and as a leader. Joey Cadayong Jr., The Honeycomb News.